buddy. All right, who are we going to go after? Well, here's the next athletic director is going to depend on something because right now the university doesn't even have a school president. We
Right.
are without a school president. The board has multiple people who they've put in place to act as a committee in place of the president. There is a search for the president currently. As soon as they find a president, the president will then have the ability for him or her, whoever it is, to hire an athletic
Right.
director who then gets approved by the board. Now, some presidents like to go out and hire a hiring staff who then goes out and does a search and brings back individuals who then are looked at. But there are a handful of people. Yes,
I can
Chris.
think of a former university president who right now is enjoying some retirement. Who?
No, no, we're not, guys. Okay, let's just squash that one. Jim Tressel is not going to be the president of Ohio State. It's not going to
I'll
happen.
take him as president. I'll take him as AD.
He
I'll take him as anything.
he just retired, guys. There's no way. And Urban Meyer's not coming back as the athletic director. There's no way that's going to happen. Be
No, I agree with you
realistic
on that
here.
one.
Be realistic. Tressel's not coming back as president. Urban's not coming as an AD. Be realistic. It's not
Urban,
going to happen.
Urban as an AD, he'd be like taking a steel chair to the coaches and things.
He'd be out there kicking kickers. I love Jim Tressel. Love the man. He's like my dream interview if I ever get the opportunity. Let the man stay retired. Let him enjoy his retirement, man. Let's
Come
have him.
on,
Let's
we
let
were
him
we
dot the I against Youngstown State in
we
week
were
number
wheeling
two.
Gordon. We were Gordon Gee into meetings and letting him take naps during speeches. So why not bring Tress in?
Oh gosh, here we go. Everybody say it on the chat. Bring him back. Alex Martin, Tress is the new President Gee. Here we go. They're all saying it, man. You had to do it, didn't you? You had to do it. There's no way Tress is coming back as president, guys. So whoever that president will be, which will be someone you and I have never heard of, more than likely, who is president in Timbuktu somewhere at some
Some
liberal arts
liberal
college
psycho, yeah.
that's going to be brought in. Okay, that person then has the ability to hire their athletic director. There are several great candidates who come from Ohio State who have the opportunity of being an AD. Here's my challenge to all of you in the chat right now as we get ready to close this show out. Who would you like to see as athletic director? And it cannot be Tressel or Urban Meyer. Pick someone else. Who do you think would be a good athletic director to replace Gene Smith? And let's try to keep it as realistic as possible. I mean, you could go out there and be like, let's go with Archie Griffin, right? He was assistant athletic director. It's not going to happen. He's already told people he never wants to be athletic director. All right, that's not going to happen. So, who would you like to see? I have a candidate, Chris. I don't know a whole lot about him, but I love his credentials. I love where he's where he would come from. And by the way, if you go to scarletandgame.com, Frank already wrote about this. Look up his article. Um, he already provided some names for you guys, but I think there is one guy who I have circled on my radar that I believe would make a good replacement. And he's not at a huge college or one that wins a ton, but he does a great job. He has the respect of all former players who knew him when he was assistant athletic director at Ohio State, and that is Pat Chun from Washington
Hmm.
State. He's the first Asian American athletic director at a Power Five school. He's an Ohio State alum. He's from the state of Ohio, born and raised in Northeast Ohio. He worked under Gene Smith, worked his way up the ladder from being the bottom guy in the athletic department, worked his way all the way up to assistant AD, and has done a great job wherever he's gone. That's the guy I would pick.
And he doesn't want to be an AD in the Mountain West anyhow. So, yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Next AD needs to come from the NFL or other professional league or someplace like um, content providers like Disney or someplace else that gets where this is all going.
I don't.
Athletic director? I
That's
don't
what Notre
think
Dame
so.
was shooting for, but they're looking for somebody to negotiate their TV deal.
Correct. Because they're looking
With
at it
that,
from an
yeah,
independent side.
they're looking at it more like their AD is almost the equivalent of what our Big Ten uh, president is. What about
Um,
Braves?
Vrabel as
I don't
athletic
know.
director?
I, he's a coach. He's not an athletic director. I don't think.
Okay, think of it this way, guys. Your athletic director, although football's bread and butter, they have so much to do with all the other sports too. It's
Yes.
not just football. I mean, that's the one we care about the most on this show, but this guy's in charge of 36, is it?
Yeah.
36 of
36.
sports at Ohio State? That's a lot, man. Um, Alex says, does he have passion? I don't know. um,
But you know what?
I would
It,
say this: he
it's
might have more passion for Ohio State than all the other candidates since he's an alum.
Here's the thing though. If passion was the prerequisite, one of us would be in there, Eric.
We don't
I
have the
mean,
degrees for that.
we don't have the degrees for that exactly. You need somebody who can run the business aspect of it, who's a great
Here,
political
here
speaker.
we
Who's
here we go. If Vrabel, then I say Laurinaitis. Put the little animal in there, right? Chris says athletics is just a form of content to monetize to the eyes of the networks. Football and basketball,
that's
yes,
true.
but not the other 34.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say it's true of the big two.
Yeah,
Maybe
not the other
even
34.
yeah.
What about Chris Spielman?
Now that is not a bad choice. He
Okay,
has director of player personnel experience in the NFL. He is an ex-Buckeye,
Donald Hoffer. You make an interesting point.
and I don't
Hmm.
disagree with him that Vrabel might be the next coach if Spielman came in there.
Would Spielman leave the Lions for that?
I think he would.
Wow. That paused me. That one got me, Donald. Huh.
I think that is
Oh, Lord have mercy, Sarah.
Eric, your wife's hormones are running out of control right now.
I'm not even going to
She's
make a comment. You
she
better have
loves her
dinner
some
ready in a few minutes, honey.
she loves her some Bobby Carpenter, Eric.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Did I mention I just got a new autographed photo of Bobby
Oh,
Carpenter?
stop it, Chris. Quit taking my money.
Sarah, give me a call.
Chris says loves Spiels. Yeah. Wow, that one got me.
That's a great choice.
Yeah. Chris has passion. That ain't a lie. That is not a lie.
And I think I can honestly say our AD could beat up your AD.
Yes. Larry's loving it. I mean, I think you won, Donald. If it's not going to be a current athletic director like Chun, then I could see Spielman being the one we would go after. Now, again, he's going to have to overcome a lot of hurdles. Number one being a new president who's going to want to put his or her stamp on somebody. Again, and all of these dominoes that happen here, they all take a while. Oh, Sarah, I'm not even going to put that up there, Sarah. Um, the dominoes all have to fall, and those take time. For instance, a new hire of a president, then a new athletic director. And that's another reason why I think Ryan Day's got time, no matter what happens this year, man. So when I made the comment, did Gene Smith just give Ryan Day another year no matter what? That's what I'm talking about. I think Ryan Day's safe no matter what happens this year against that team up north.
And that's really pathetic. It's really sad.
It you might think it's sad, you might think it's pathetic, Chris, but that's reality.